So she really doesn't get a buff, huh? Interesting. I mean, how is she so much better than Santa Liz even without a buff? It's just amazing. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Jersey here with another video on Disgaea RPG. Today we'll talk about the one and only, the start of the Christmas event, Santa Seraphina. But before we start, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. Her any 0 gives 14% more attack, int, and HP to the party. This ability is pretty underwhelming, but fortunately it gives a buff to the right stats, which make it not as bad, despite its low number. Then we have her any 1, which gives an 18% buff to all stats except HP when there are 3 or more humanoid allies. This ability would be top tier if it sets skill damage. An 18% buff to all stats isn't that impressive, but things start to change with her any 5. This boosts the party's fire damage by 16%. This will be an excellent ability when building fire elemental teams, and her any 7 gives 100 action gauge at the end of turn when she has full HP, so she will be another unit you can rely on for your super fast PvP teams. For skills, her dazzling gift is a medium cost AoE attack which reduces defense and resistance while inflicting random ailments. The debuffs are kind of weak, and the ailments are random, so I don't think this skill is that good, but if you don't mind the RNG, or you are using it to proc another effect, go for it. Her Surprise Burst is another AoE attack which reduces the barrier countdown and halves allies debuffs. The important thing here is that you can break a fire barrier on raids with this skill. Last is her gorgeous Yuletide decor. This is a party-wide buff which increases attack and int by 40% and gives 50 action gauge. This is probably her best skill. Granted, it isn't as big of a buff as Mega Braveheart or Mega Magic Boost, but the 50 action gauge makes up for it in PvP, and if you're using multiple attackers, you'll end up dealing more damage. For spells, she has Mega Braveheart, Mega Magic Boost, and Mega Heal. If you're using only one attacker and you don't care about action gauge increase, then you can use these spells. And Mega Heal is a good tech option to guarantee that you'll have enough HP to proc her any 7. After checking her kit, I bet you can tell that she is meant to be used either in PvP or raids. She excels on fire teams and works well for both sides of the spectrum. Her any 7 doesn't make her a replacement for Beach Lucy, but an alternative you can use if you need action gauge increase. For teams, you want to pair her with fire element attackers. Calamity Adele, Magical Girl Lahar, and Homura are the best picks for this. You can use Meliodas if you have him, but by this point he is somewhat outdated. In the future, keep an eye for Overlord Metalia, Black Rabbit Usa, Floncilla, Primeval Overlord Kilidia, Berserker Rosalia, and Atrocious Overlord Peta. I would also recommend using Eren, but I don't know about that. If you want to build an ultra disgustingly fast PvP team, consider units which give action gauge at the start of turn, and units which give action gauge at the end of turn. If you want to focus on the elemental part of the equation, then you want to use Bright Seraphina once she arrives. She is the fire element supporter, an excellent SP battery, and she also has great utility on her skills. Majin Hanako is another great option. She is a sub-attacker / supporter with tons of utility for your physical teams. As you may have noticed, Santa Seraphina's main flaw is that she doesn't give SP, as well as her lack of critical rate and critical damage buffs, which is why you want to pair her with supporters which give these kind of buffs. New Year Girl Lahar, Santa Rosalind, Madoka, Rubens, and HGC Asagi are a couple examples of this. So, is Santa Seraphina an absolute must-have? Well, she isn't completely broken, but as we have seen in the past, 100 action gauge abilities are top tier for PvP, which is why I'll be rolling for her. Let me know in the comments if you want to get her or if she is a skip for you. See ya!